Scotch for Dummies.
Back.
It's been 2 weeks.
OMG.
2 weeks. We got to drink 2 weeks worth of whiskey in the next hour.
Hello,
hello. And I will start out by saying it is so good to have you guys back.
Hey, I just want to say great job last week.
It needs work.
Can we get a shout out for this guy?
Yeah,
it needs work.
we're finally
Work in progress.
Work in progress.
Everybody's got to start
Fine,
somewhere,
man.
And that was a good
Yeah.
start.
Okay.
Well, let's start
Had
it
to
off
come
right,
up with
gentlemen.
something.
Happy
Yes.
Drew's
Thursday.
down in on this. Come on.
I'm
Come on.
Welcome home,
Everybody
boys.
out there,
everybody.
cheers. I hope you've got a good one in your glass. I had a glass of this last night
I
playing
did,
PUBG.
but now I'm empty. So
We
I want to point out before we even get started, we're all drinking out of different glasses tonight. I got my
Everybody.
New York Whiskey Fest glass.
got my Highland Park glass
Heck
from the
yeah.
dinner. From the dinner.
Hell yeah, and that's a cool glass, man.
That
That's
is
it's
one.
badass.
This is a nice
Sweet.
glass.
I know there's
looking
at least one or two people on there that
Also,
that have a glass like that at home. You got Scotch for Dummies.
I
glass.
got the old-fashioned.
old classic,
Old school.
man. What you got? Standard issue?
Standard.
Woo,
It's all right, man.
Eric.
Drew, you got a special glass, or you rolling with the
He's
plain?
I'm
standard.
rolling plain, I think.
Standard.
All right, because I got different ones around here.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
a burnt toast
no.
glass up there if you want to go tumbler.
What? Oh yeah, that's mine. I forgot about that bag of.
yes, that would be yours.
My niece made that for me.
Bob, you're still working on the last of that 30 Cadenhead, huh? Because the pour was like
Man, that pour was like an hour ago. What's going on? dude?
Yeah.
You got to hit that like it's 12 bottles SMWS.
Yeah.
You just plow
KV
through
must
it.
not be around. You got a nipple on her. So.
So AV is good.
Cannonball coming.
Hey, Travis Faircloth, good to see you, buddy.
Travis?
And Tom R's drinking a Lagavulin.
Good.
What's up with your
No
Lot
way.
Hit the
16.
keyboard, the bottom right. There you go, and then move it to the right a little bit.
Move what to the
Okay.
right.
You got a whole
He's
screen,
being
man.
a tech guy.
I'm
He's
making
being
sure
a
you
tech
guys
guy.
can see it because
There
it's
you
going to drive
go.
me nuts.
Just being a tech guy.
Is that,
Cool.
is that better?
That's better.
And it wasn't bothering me at all. I'm reading.
You had this
I'm
much
gonna
of a
mess
view
with it
screen. Anyway,
Now that I know it's going to bother him, I'm totally going to mess with
you
it.
got it.
Michael Porter is on. Michael Porter, we've got something for
We do.
you. We'll
Yeah.
talk about it later when we get to that
Yep.
topic.
Yep.
Tom and I have been waiting all day to have a drink.
Good evening, Lokneys. I
No.
saw you over on Rob's channel with Scott. I didn't. I couldn't hang out to see what you guys talked about on there, but I stopped in to say hi.
OP 21 and 17. Everyone, you're in for a
Everyone's
treat.
on the
sir.
OP train tonight.
Nothing
huh?
wrong with that train.
You down with OPP?
Yeah, you know
Yeah,
me.
You know me.
Tom, we miss you too, brother. It was good seeing you here. You sat at this exact chair.
We're
Yeah.
gonna have to get you back down.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Michael
It'll be a
Porter,
streak.
we've got your bottle right behind the bar. So,
And a glass.
And a glass.
Yeah.
So next time we can get together with you, we'll get that for you.
Probably not.
Boys, where do we even begin?
So let's start off with
Rewind.
yeah.
Can you hit the
All right,
rewind
so
button?
let's start with
let's
the
start-
Highland Park dinner.
Dinner, yeah.
Let's go over
'Cause
the
when
Did
I
we
dinner.
have a
was-
dinner?
Fantastic.
That was only 2 weeks ago, guys.
Both.
I have to say there was like a full solid week of us doing Scotch for Dummies stuff like it was our actual job.
Yep.
And it started with the Highland Park dinner, which was amazing.
It was.
Oh my gosh.
Tom was there, which was
Absolutely
awesome.
fabulous.
Eric was
Uh,
there.
And we got Lee up from Louisiana,
Yeah.
so that
Which-
was awesome.
You know, mentioning Eric, if you guys haven't checked out his video, he posted a video on his channel
yeah.
of the whole trip.
Oh, it's fabulous.
It's really good production. He did a great
he does a
job.
great job.
I
He
mean,
does.
So we had. I wish we would have had more time to spend with everybody because
Yeah.
we were just packed. Our schedules were packed, but the dinner was amazing.
And then you left Sunday morning.
Highland Park did an awesome, like Zach, who was the national brand ambassador, did an amazing job with the dinner. The crowd was really into it. The scotches we had were amazing.
The dinner, the food was
food was
epic.
next level. In fact, Tom thought that the appetizer was all of it.
Oh no, it's not.
Well,
That's
and he
just
wasn't the
started.
only one because there was a couple other people that thought that that was the full spread, and
Yeah.
then we're like, no, that's just like the.
And
That's nothing.
warm-ups, man. Come on.
Sit down, man. We got
Good
more.
crowd.
Oh,
We
so
had a
there's
great
more
crowd.
food coming? What?
Yeah, it was it ridiculous?
It was
Ridiculous.
absolutely. Both the guys that from my work that came, they've been talking about it since. It was like that was.
Yeah,
It was
Food
good
was
time.
great.
Good
The
time.
drinks
Epic.
were great.
So then we turned
It was
around
fun.
Saturday. You guys hung out with Tom and Eric and
Yeah.
Lee in
Yeah,
the
that was
morning,
awesome.
yeah.
We
Lee
packed
had-
up.
Yeah.
and we headed out to New York City
On
early
Sunday.
Sunday morning. And we
Right.
got out. KB had a whole flight of Deanston waiting for us.
So we touched down in Newark about what 10:30, I think it was more like 9:45, and Bob picks us up,
That
and
is
45 minutes
absolutely
later
nuts.
we're in Manhattan, and we get up into into KB's apartment, and there's a flight of Deanston ready. Like,
All right, let's
it's
go.
Not even 10:30.
It's on, buddies.
Moose wants to know if you lost a bet.
No, this is homemade, baby. Look at
That
that.
doesn't mean it's not a loss.
This is.
You're a hoe.
I am a hoe tonight.
So Tom
Times
says
three.
next time he's
Cube.
down, he's going to stay a little longer. Bottle
And of
shop.
course
Why
it's
don't you
cube.
get the 2 bottles down that Tom?
Yeah, you
left
want to get
for us?
Tom's bottles down?
Get
Well,
those-
3 bottles.
Yeah, actually, yeah, get the rum
But
too.
4. Isn't that Ball Blair?
He did bring the ball, but gosh dang, not Tom. You're
gosh.
killing me, Smalls.
Crazy.
So
So we ended up with my
Tom
basement's
shows
full.
up
Oh.
with a couple. Now,
It's a
mind
good
you,
problem to
his trunk's pretty small, but he shows up with a couple.
Look
of
at this
those.
guy. He's got what?
It blows my mind.
Redhead.
These 2 Irishes that he has here. I mean, they were both distilled for the millennium.
They were
for
bottled
1999.
for the millennium.
Right, bottled for the millennium.
Yeah, so they're like 15 and 25 years old. So they were distilled in 85 and 75.
I mean, Bushmills. Bottle
That's thinking
41
ahead.
of 84, 43%, and then a Jameson. And my wife's nephew and brother collect Jameson, and I took a picture and showed him that bottle, and her nephew, he replies like, "I've never seen that one before." I'm like,
No,
"I'm
you
sure
haven't. Because it was
I'll let you know how it
before
was.
and it was bottled before he was born almost.
It ain't for sale, brother.
Wow.
But
Dang it,
um,
gone. Hell yeah.
so yeah, Tom came down
And it's
and he
open.
brought a couple. Oh, we had.
Well,
to.
we had
Oh,
good.
we had,
tasted it.
we had
Yeah.
tasted it that day. So, and
It is-
delicious.
You know who hasn't tasted it? This
I
guy.
tell you
Right.
what, I think
I
that
don't think I
Bushmills
tasted it,
is
actually.
good. It's good whiskey. It's triple distilled. I mean, come on.
How you not gonna like it?
Exactly.
This is what you call
So-
trunk whiskey.
Trunk whiskey.
It's what we call trunk whiskey. Right? No, so we had 3. Lee came in from New Orleans too, and it was great. You guys saw her on the live show. We had
That was
her
The night before.
the night before, so it was fabulous.
This
to
is
have
the
her
one
on
I
board.
want to
wrong.
try.
Yeah.
This is wrong.
To be honest, she was the
Oh, I'm
first
sure
guest
that's
we'd
awesome.
ever had on our show. She was on the TV, right?
She was
Remember when
fantastic.
we
Yeah.
that was fun,
It was so much fun having Lee here.
right? And then Eric came in and had a great time with him too. I really liked the video he put together because he took a bunch of the right video. You know, he walked around and got the right shots. He was thinking like you. You know, you're always going, well, what do you film this? Film it this way. Because you're the one that always puts the editing together. So you're always telling us to think ahead, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just like.
And he did.
Yeah, and exactly. He did a great job. It was
He did a good
perfect.
job.
But as far as my take on the event, I loved it. I thought I had an excellent time. I know our wives had a great time.
Yeah.
The atmosphere was perfect. It was just comfortable. It was fun.
Yeah. When Zach
It
was
wasn't too many.
was talking, he owned that room.
Oh, he
Yeah.
commanded it.
Everybody.
Of course, he's like 6'8".
Well,
I know.
but
280
the fact, I
pounds.
mean, everybody just gravitated. When he spoke,
Viking.
everybody shut up.
Score!
He just owned the room. It was great. He was fantastic. He really had it. Everybody I talked to,
Hey, Richie.
they really enjoyed him. He
Richie.
just explained it well and had a good time. You probably can't hear that on the mic.
It was
It
good.
was good.
Whiskey Scout's in the house.
What?
So,
Buddy?
you know, as
There
soon
you
as you
go.
guys were pulling stuff down, Travis spotted the the Spaniard up there.
Oh, really? So, Travis, we'll get to that part of the story. But you know what?
God.
So we just finished up the dinner, right? We haven't got really into New York City. So we finished up the dinner on Friday night. Saturday, see Eric and Tom hang out.
Pack.
And Pack. Lee's already flown home. She had a Christmas party to get to that night, right?
See if I need to buy.
So let's take a timeout break and let's talk about this week's review that posted, which was...
Ardbeg.
Well,
No.
No, that week. No, that was
Cardio.
the. No, it was the Log of
That's
Bull
next
9,
week.
wasn't it?
So that was the week before. This was
Oh, no,
this
now we
week.
got a
This
bunch
was
of videos.
This is this week.
Yeah, so I'm just talking about this week's review went up was Ardbeg 10. I can't believe that it only took us, 3.5 years to review.
Was
Well,
that
technically, that was when we were in New York. We put that one up. We just released our top
Top
5
5.
video on Monday.
that's
right, so we're catching up with this.
Yeah.
We are behind, and we're also ahead because we've got. I'm excited. We've got
Drew's
3.
way ahead.
We've got 3 videos in the
Knocking
hopper.
his tail off.
That are
One is
gonna blow
coming
your
out
mind.
on Saturday. That's going to blow you away. And then on Monday, another one's going to blow you away. They're both epic, and I'm really excited.
But the
for
beauty
those.
is, Patreons already have access.
Yep.
Yeah, patrons
Yeah.
have already seen them. And it's a
And-
matter, yeah.
Go ahead.
on. No, you go.
I'm going to
This
drink.
is up.
Yeah, you go.
I was gonna say because we're not gonna say the same thing. Those videos, we're actually in possession of the entire flight now. We own,
Yeah, we
we
saw
have
that.
the
All the
entire
bottles.
collection.
And they'll be coming
So
out.
we're going through the houses just as quick as we can get them.
Did you pick up the rest of them here?
No, they were all brought from Benny's and Champagne.
Okay.
I saw V&T posted this week that they've got them all now.
And so does Plainfield Discount Liquor.
Do they really?
Yeah. So we're trying to get ours out there.
Yeah.
Going through
Everybody's
the
got
houses
'em.
like John Wick goes through Assassin.
Amen. Let's
a
double
quote.
tap.
I'm excited
But
about
you
the new
were
one
gonna
coming
say-
out.
I was going to say, you were talking about the patrons early access. We actually released today about an 11-minute video that we put together of the New York trip.
It's badass.
It's pretty cool,
It's
actually.
A
really
little
cool.
montage, if
I
you will.
think it's super cool.
Yeah, wow. Obviously for us, we're like, oh yeah.
I remember that.
Oh,
I remember
that.
that. Awesome. Yeah.
It's
good.
fun.
But
when
it's
did
cool.
we go there?
It's cool.
I remember that.
It takes you from the beginning. Actually, starts off at my house, and then getting in the car, and we go. It's just kind of like a nice little trip. And
Yeah.
so, if you want to see it,
You have to watch the whole thing too, because
become a patron.
Right.
Yeah.
Tom said our videos are better than anything on TV.
Amen.
Well,
to
thank
that.
you very
I'll
much.
drink to that. I'll
That's
drink some
Wheelhouse.
Ardbeg Wheelhouse. I'll drink some Ardbeg 10 to that.
yeah.
But to talk about Ardbeg 10, so the other day we're at Meijer grocery shopping for this, that, and the other, whatever. I walked down their Scotch aisle because you got to.
Why wouldn't you?
Ardbeg 10's $15 off. It's like $49, right? And I'm like,
Dude.
all right, man, I don't need this because I think my wife's gonna get me one in the tin for Christmas because I want that.
They got a
tin.
new one.
I know.
They got a new
Thanks for
tin.
telling us how to buy
Yeah.
it, though, right? They
Right.
advertise, but they tell you
Don't
where
tell
to
you
get
to buy
it.
it.
Anyway,
Fly
I pick
over.
Is that the answer?
You walk down to the distillery, man.
I
That's how
bought
you
a
get
bottle just to have because I think you should. And I had a glass of it last night playing PUBG with him, and I'm like, damn, for a 10-year entry
Made my
level,
top 5 of the year.
Mine
it's
too.
good. It's just good.
Mine
It
too.
really is.
I mean,
It's
you cannot beat the classic Isla and Pete and Price and from a 10-year-old into the intro. I mean, it's an all-around
Beat that.
great value. It's hard to beat.
I know. I just finished it.
Hey, thanks, Steve. It said it's a great montage. Watched it. That's awesome.
Thanks,
I'm
Steven.
glad to get some feedback on that. So, Ardbeg 10 was 2 weeks ago. We released that while we were in New York, and then
And
this
we gave it what, a 3.35. I mean, it was.
Yeah, it was
well,
high.
It was
Well,
pretty
because
high.
because the price is right.
Right.
For the quality you get, the price is great.
I think that's the point.
We play a big part in our reviews of trying to really balance it on the scale of good taste, everything else, and the right price to make sure that's worth your money. That's kind of where we're coming from. That's kind of our sweet
That's the
spot.
basis, yeah.
Because
So-
that's where everybody's coming from when they walk in the
Right.
door, right?
Well, there are exceptions. There are some bottles, when you get into some of those higher
if
end
it's a
bottles.
unicorn or,
Look,
if
it's.
I had to knife somebody to get it.
Oh, hey,
I mean, I'm not saying I won't.
Hey,
I'd
Whoever's
rather
got a
not,
bottle of
but-
But
Solstice
there
out
are
there.
the exceptions that we still rate high, even though they may cost a little on the higher price point, if you will.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
All right. So I'm going to finish my Ardbeg 10 up, and I'm going to go to something on my top 5 list for down there. So
Uh-oh.
Tell me what to grab.
I don't know if it's back there. Is there a Glengoyne 21 back there? I don't think there is.
There's a Glen Grant 16. Is that the same thing?
I'm
Not at all.
So I know
I'm ready to kick you out of the club.
Does it taste like Dimple Pinch?
I don't think he's on.
How about Grand
so
Reserve?
You guys are all fired, man. What kind of crap is that?
Please give Andrew a shirt. I guess.
Well, here, I'm sorry. It wasn't bright enough for you?
Turn it up.
You
It
know
goes
where you
to
bought
11.
that? In a damn sure one in the men's department.
That is true. How about an OP 21? That work?
No, I want something deep and dark.
All right. Let me know if
Hey, you know what I want? I want a glass
Whiskey
of that Tomatin
Shenanigans
down there.
comes on. I don't see him
This
yet, so
Yeah.
I want to talk
Oh,
about him when it gets
Lee.
on too, because he sent us a nice
Oh
photo
wow,
of
that's
too.
that cask strength
Yeah.
Tomatin.
Yeah.
That's
That
really
didn't-
good.
Okay, so that didn't make my top.
She's not on
five.
either. Was she? She's not on either.
All right, well, if Lee was here, Lee brought
Tip
us
of hat.
this bottle, and it's a single cask bottling for one of the grocery stores down there, Tomatin, and it is 59.9. It brings the thunder.
Negative, Eric. 87 cents does not get the White Walker a 4-finger pour. 87 cents might get me to buy it to clean my toilet.
Yeah. I mean, there is a price to quality ratio, but if you don't have any quality,
I'll say this: cool bottle.
It is a cool bottle.
I don't know.
Well, that's where 87 cents.
Here's-
You got to have it on your bar because it's a cool bottle.
I'm just
For 87 cents, it's worth that.
So we still got a lot to unpack. We got to go through the whole.
We
New
got a
York
lot to
trip.
go through, guys.
Right, so-
I want
we
to talk about the John Glacier.
Okay, yeah. So let's finish
Who's that?
the New York portion of the trip. So
Right.
Sunday
I
morning
want to
we
hear
get
more.
up.
I want to hear more.
Okay.
And I'm going to let Drew take over because actually he put the montage together, and it starts off with Drew doing a selfie. He got sleep in his eyes. He looks like he just
Yeah,
woke
that
up.
I can't believe you remembered to
I know.
actually take.
So
some-
so here's the funny thing is the night before I'm thinking I need to get some sleep, but I can't sleep 'cause I'm thinking how am I going to film? What am I going to your point of
too much
See?
on his
Stressing.
mind.
I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like, you gotta film. You gotta make sure you wake up tomorrow, and film like the beginning because people like to see kind of the whole, the
Process.
story,
Yeah.
the process, what's going on. So, and the funny thing was, I actually started off. I was gonna make a cup of coffee. I was gonna film myself. I'm gonna make a cup of coffee, all this stuff. But I turned the coffee maker on, and I hear.
We're at the door
Shit,
already.
We're already here. I gotta go. So I got to stop that. But basically, yeah, I just filmed our experience leaving my house all the way to the airport, flying, landing, meeting Bob, meeting KB, going up to KB's apartment, and then all of a sudden, boom! Here's
all the Scotch.
all the amazingness
Hello,
of Scotch.
Deanston. Nice to meet you.
We hit this. We hit it hard on Sunday. We finally get back and check into our hotel around probably 5 o'clock or something like that, 4 o'clock. I mean, it was late.
Yeah.
We got there at what?
10,
10?
10:30.
10:30. Yeah.
So we started drinking at 10. So
Yeah.
by 4 or 5 o'clock, we're like, we need to.
We never left.
We need to
We had
call
lunch
it
in the apartment. We were hanging out, man. And we were in
KB's
it.
wife had all the stuff delivered.
Oh,
there
it
were
was beautiful.
sandwiches
We,
and cheese.
we were in it to win it,
fruits
man.
and-
It was awesome.
So we did that, and then we went to the hotel, and we kind of. I think you guys took a power nap, didn't you? Both of you guys for
Yeah,
like
we
20
did.
minutes.
I got pictures of you guys taking power
I
naps.
didn't see those pictures.
Because
Well,
he was
couch.
working his butt off the last
yeah,
few nights.
yeah,
so-
because I had to
KB's
work.
couch.
No,
No,
was
it's back at the
no,
hotel.
on the
That would've
freaking
been
beds
funny.
made of plywood.
Yeah,
they
I
were
won't
hard
even
to
go into
rock.
that.
And then we got our mojo back, and we went downtown Times Square, and we took a bunch of Instagram pictures. That's when we dealt the coins.
That
and
was
Had,
fun.
had a slice.
And
Or
we
two.
met Joe's Pizza.
It was
And
good,
then we
man.
actually hit the head pretty quick that night. We went. It was like maybe 10, 11 o'clock.
Dude,
something
we've
like
been
that.
drinking all
Yeah.
day.
The next day was a busy day for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because then Monday.
So
Wasn't
again, we woke up and started drinking.
KB says let's do breakfast at 7.
Breakfast scotch.
And he's got breakfast scotch for it, which was a
Breakfast-
what was it?
Glendronach Allardyce was our breakfast scotch.
The 18.
Oh yeah, the 18.
That's a breakfast
Like-
scotch.
Well, that's
You
what he
just brush
said,
your
Thomas,
teeth
but
with
then
it.
we had the Glen Alky, wasn't it?
It was the
16?
Glen Alky.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that was a 20.
Oh, I was Tuesday. I was.
Yeah.
The 20-year-old.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
really
20-year-old for
good.
breakfast.
It's ridiculous.
It was wrong in a lot of ways.
Yeah, had a good day.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But we end up Monday night, so this is the night before
The
Whiskey
Whiskey
Fest,
Fest.
right? So Monday late afternoon. By the way, by this time Monday around noonish, Telex shows up. Boom, he shows in. He checks in. He's in New York City. We get him over to KB's, and it ain't 2 seconds before we got whiskey in his hand. And he's now on the train.
He's
right?
like, what?
He's on,
what's
man.
going on?
What's going on with this?
looking back
I
now,
hope you
bro.
hydrate.
Yeah, that motor started up and never shut off.
We're going to go to the oxygen bar.
So-
Should have.
So we end up going down to the West Village, 4th Street, to a bar called The Spaniard. So the history of the Spaniard is basically a guy by the name of Mikey who grew up in Scotland. He was born in Ireland, grew up in Glasgow, started working in the bar industry, bar backing, bartending, this, that, and the other. Came over to New York to work in a bar with his cousin. Ended up opening a bar. Long story short, ends up getting acquainted with John Glazier, who wants to make a bespoke bottling for him, and produces a...
Well, because they are the top seller of the penicillin in the country.
Which is a fabulous drink.
Compass Box whiskeys.
I'm gonna make that.
We're going to reproduce. That was fabulous. The penicillin. It's called the penicillin.
So it's like a mixed drink.
It's like a lemon drop, but mixed with a what's that?
They use peat monster
ginger.
and Acilla. Yeah, candy ginger.
Candy.
It's like
ginger.
a Moscow Mule, but with Scotch.
Like a
and candied ginger. It's just fabulous.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I use Compass Box for that.
So John does a bespoke bottling, and the name of the bottle that he makes is called the Spaniard. 360 bottles are made, and when it's all said and done, he has the idea. We went through this process. Let's do this again, but let's do it on a mass production scale. So they come out with the story of the Spaniard, which is the latest bottling.
Which is what they're released.
It's not the same juice.
Very different.
It's very different intentionally. But it's based on the whole process of the story of how this all came to go. So anyway, we interview Mikey, which was
which
awesome.
will be coming up.
Yeah,
and that's going to be coming up soon.
He was great.
Yep.
Fun, dude. I mean, we're going to cross paths with it. I'm gonna have whiskey in that bar again. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind.
Well,
Awesome
number one, because they
atmosphere.
had a great whiskey list.
Yeah, so they have 100 whiskeys on the bar. That was one of the things he was telling us about.
Right.
They've got 100 whiskeys, and their sign will only hold 100 whiskeys. So if somebody wants to change it,
They have to pull something off.
yeah, so they have to make a decision. Okay, you got a new whiskey. What should come down? So that's their criteria to get on their bar, and it's amazing.
So when we finish up interviewing Mikey, he literally presents us with one of the original 360 bottles. This is
bespoke bottle.
the Spaniard.
This
is probably one. This is the first one that I can think of that the four of us have stopped us in our tracks because we open bottles on this bar. Okay.
Oh yeah.
We drink whiskey.
Nothing is safe here.
We have 2 bottles on the bar right now that I won't open.
I'm like, so I emailed him this week to thank him for the interview and the hospitality and for this bottle. And I said, and I told him that it kind of hit us in the gut that we're going to have a hard time opening. I said, but I promise you, when it gets opened, it will be shared amongst us 4 and others with smiles and good
absolutely.
times. That's it. This bottle, when it gets opened, we're consuming it. That's all there's to it.
No doubt.
And he responded and said, "Don't wait too long, boys. We made that whiskey to drink." So
I mean that tells you exactly what we're all saying. I mean this.
And he's that kind of guy.
yeah,
So
awesome bar.
cheers to that guy.
Yeah.
Cheers to Mikey and his bar, the Spaniard. Incredible place. If you guys can ever get down to 4th Street, the West Village in Manhattan.
Great whiskey list, great drinks,
Awesome
super
atmosphere.
nice people.
Really cool.
Yeah, it was
Great
just
bar.
amazing. So
Was that the
after we
interview?
talked to Mikey, somebody else walks in the door. Who is that guy?
Well, a fancy guy that may have helped make that juice.
Right?
Oh.
John
Started
Glazier
that
walks
company?
in. And I
So-
saw his aura.
Yeah, so there was a
Scotch aura.
there was a guy that wanted to get into wine, and he said, "Well,
that's hot.
I can't get into wine. I'll start in whiskey. I'll work for Johnny Walker and start working in the whiskey business." Well, he said, "You know what? I want to be creative now,"
Artsy side came out.
and so he left Johnny Walker and founded Compass Box.
So we sat down with John for about 30 minutes or so, actually a little bit longer.
It was longer after the camera was on.
yeah.
An incredible interview. We had his full attention for a good 30 minutes in front of a camera, and it was
That's
just,
amazing.
it was awesome. It was flat out awesome to be there. The guy is so passionate about what he's
Super
doing.
He is a
Intelligent.
total whiskey nerd.
He
telling
spawned something. I'm going to save it for the video, but he spawned something on us that I never heard of.
We got
And
educated.
we got educated after the camera was off, and then
Everybody did.
Yeah.
Everybody that
On
was
the
there.
spot.
yeah, and then the funny thing is you spotted it at the Whiskey Expo. That's what's cool
And
about
called
it.
them out.
And called them out about it, which is really neat because I'm like,
Probably
holy
didn't do us any
crap.
favors.
Yeah, whatever.
They did. I don't
But
care, but
we'll talk about that later and save that one. But it was such a cool thing to see this because, I mean, we were actually getting to the point where we're getting kicked out. He's like, you guys, we got to make room for them.
He wanted to stay and just
And
talk
John
about
goes,
it.
no, sit down. We're going to talk about this.
Yeah, he shut everybody down.
So
Okay.
he had these handlers that were like, okay, you guys got him for
Because
this
he had
long.
another event to go to.
Yeah, he had to go to another event in the
Busy
bar,
guy.
and they're like, he just said,
Nope, we're going to do this.
sit down.
Wow.
Now-
Bring another bottle. We're gonna do this.
One more point before we stop talking about John. If you guys ever get to meet him, show him your coin because he's got a set.
Exactly. Coin check him.
Yes, he does.
Because we did it at the Whiskey Expo the next night.
And
he bought us a round.
He'll buy you a round. And
He didn't wanna lose.
It's probably going to be a compass box because I point blank asked him. I said, "Well, what do you drink at home? You know, when no one's around and stuff." He's like, "My whiskey."
He said, he goes,
Wine.
specific, he goes, 98.9% is my whiskey.
I don't
That's
blame
that
him.
point. It's good
I
whiskey.
wonder.
Probably Klein Leash.
Right?
Yeah.
He
But-
seems to favor that one.
Fabulous interview. Awesome guy. I mean, you guys need to see the video. It's in
Man.
production. It's getting edited right now. Drew's been working on it. We got a little bit more to
Am I
tighten up.
supposed to open this?
Eric,
What did
What?
Eric say?
hey Nightbot, have you seen my pants?
So we finish up this interview. We get this bottle.
I turned her off. She's getting too annoying.
What do? We end up jumping in a car and going back up to KB's apartment that night, right?
Yeah.
It's late. All I remember is when we pull up close to that one guy in the Beamer, you know, he honks his horn. He's asking me to roll the window down, and so I roll the window down. He goes, "Let me ask you a question." And I'm like, "Me? I'm not driving. You can talk to this guy." The guy's driving, and he's like, so he looks over at the driver's like, "You think that was a good idea?" Because he just cut him off. And our
I think the
driver.
funny thing is that he cut him off, did that, and then drove forward
then-
but 10 feet, and we got out. We're like, oh crap, get out quick, guys.
Front of this New
Drive
York.
by!
We go back upstairs. We continue the evening.
Wow.
Actually, I think that
That was the SNWS night.
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Yeah. So we get done with the interview and have to go back to KB's because he bought a 12 bottle flight.
Flight.
We had to leave the
SMWS.
Spaniard early to do this because
Yeah.
because John was wanting to do drinks. We were like, we gotta go.
Yep.
We gotta
Yep.
go.
Yep.
Yeah. You're not important.
And-
Important.
Well,
enough.
he needed to
We-
get out there to his
Yeah.
that event.
So
anyway.
Telek's can attest to this.
He's like, that's how we drive in New York City.
So
I
Lord,
believe
please,
it.
Lord KB.
The
He'll be here a
the
little while.
12 bottle flight of SMWS. If you did not watch that live stream, you should go watch that live stream because it's
The amazing thing that stunned me about it. Go ahead.
it's an endurance. Have you ever watched? You ever
It's
watched
a
like
marathon.
not marathon
It's
like
not a
the
sprint,
the
man.
super long distance marathon runners that run like 200
150
miles or something, right? It's like that.
So we're like Scotch Kenyans.
You have to.
We're
It's a mental
Skinions.
challenge to get through
Skinions.
that.
Skinnion.
Right, because
You gotta want it.
KB's objective for this flight is
What's to kill us?
is if you go to SMWS and you shop, they have flavor profiles. Actually, if you get one of their bottles out, and let me show the color label on it.
And somebody decided 12 was a good
Each
number.
bottle has a different color that kind of gives you a flavor profile. And like for instance, heavily peated, delicate, young, sprightly, whatever. And they've broken them into 12 different profiles. KB wanted to do one bottle representing each one of those profiles. So he goes through all this trouble. I try to help him pick the bottles over the previous couple weeks.
How long was
Anyway,
he on the phone with SMWS?
it shows up, and when it's
while.
all said and done, we have a duplicate of one profile, so we're missing one. And KB's not happy. You know, well, we're missing one. It is what it is. We're missing one. So he's already working on doing this again so that we can. I don't know how we're going to survive this.
No. But
You know who else was missing?
Bob.
Bob.
Oh, I wasn't going
He's
to.
already giving us crap about drinking the dump bucket. Like, well, yeah, you can say that because you weren't there.
yeah, so that was. I mean, I think we actually did a great job being able to get through 12 bottles in one flight, because we were being smart.
I'm
we were
sorry, you had
tasting
to.
it. And then we had to dump.
You have to.
And then
It's
but the
cask
dump
strength whiskey.
bucket was like, there was a lot of whiskey in that dump
But
bucket.
it's all.
Yeah, we had to, but we made it, and we did
Well,
it. I mean, it got looser at the end, admittedly, but it was a really good
Oh yeah.
Tom
Like
R.
the transmission fell out of the back,
Tom
right?
R.
But bottle 10.
There it is.
Hey,
Hey,
Tom.
Tom.
I hate to say it, but if you watch the rewind
Thanks,
on
Tom.
that, there were a few of them that I should have poured out that I just couldn't pour out. Right? I'm like,
Right. This is really good.
Hold on
But
a
I have
second.
no
I got
business
clear to
doing
water. KB, or not KB, sorry. KB is KB here. Check. Who's the stream boss? Is what you were saying. Stream boss is gone.
Yeah, let's say
We retired her today. Well, when we had some issues with her, whatever, and it's gone now because you know what? We want to make sure that you guys are all stream bosses in our eyes.
Amen.
exactly.
boss.
So
That-
as of right now,
That dog's been waiting 2 weeks for a
Tom's
birthday.
deserve.
Yeah. So
So
thank you.
yeah.
We just
Stream
appreciate
boss.
anything you guys want to throw at us. Honestly, if you really want to be supportive of us, go to Patreon. That's our biggest push. So.
Patreon.
because YouTube doesn't get any of
Because
that.
the
Yeah.
beauty is, with Patreon, it's quite honestly very affordable, and you get all additional content. I mean, that's the best part about
Yeah,
it.
and then YouTube doesn't get the extra 30%.
Yeah, exactly.
and we honestly, all four of us are doing our best to try and really
Yeah, that's the beauty of Patreon.
focus to that.
Anyway.
So back to SMWS. We finished. We survived. We
That was good.
Where you hike back to the hotel.
hiked back to the
stumble
hotel,
back to
all
the hotel.
chugging water. Actually,
Yep.
we took the
We got
Glendronach
pizza.
home with
18
us,
that night.
that
Yeah.
night.
The breakfast
Right.
scotch.
I get up that morning and trying to finish that bad boy off. So we get up Tuesday. This is Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
So we're making a conscious effort. Look, we cannot
we
afford to
already
get
are like, I can't do this anymore.
I gotta be honest.
Shut up, liver. You're fine.
I swear that happened.
Shut it.
I'm not
It did.
kidding. I swear. I honestly expected to wake up at least Monday or
Put
Tuesday
on your
morning
rally
and feel like
cap.
I'm gonna die.
We're doing this.
And I woke up every morning like, all right, I'm okay.
Yeah, because
I'm-
we were smart.
I'm physically
We had to
okay.
be.
I don't even
I
have a
woke
headache.
up. That's what you're thinking.
Yeah,
I
this is-
woke up. It's cool. I can do this.
I'm gonna
again,
be all.
I
I'm gonna
suppose.
survive this. And then the next, you get to KB's, and you better ready because he's got a glass to put in your hand right
He's
now.
bringing the thunder.
Yeah, he ain't playing no game.
No, there can be only one.
Him and Bob are professionals.
Yeah. So Tuesday is Whiskey Fest Day.
It is.
Right.
So we get up,
right.
start with some whiskey.
KB actually made some
Yeah, we
eggs
did.
And went down and bought like a freaking
Eggs and
3 pounds of
bagels
bacon.
and bacon. And,
Oh, this is for
Oh, that was good.
that was good
Because
bacon.
we haven't even talked about every night we end up in the Irish pub eating steaks because that's what.
It's right around the
and
corner.
then pizza right before bed.
Oh
That's
jeez.
perfect.
Hey, thanks, Richie Z. I got this shirt from Andrew Rayburn.
We're getting
I
there.
think you're talking
Well,
about.
you just said so. I got to.
Right.
Go ahead.
We end up at Whiskey Fest. Let's fast forward. It's Whiskey Fest time. Whiskey Fest. I don't know what you guys take. We haven't really decompressed on that.
No,
What
we
do you
haven't.
guys
Are
think?
we drinking this?
I thought.
Sure.
Look, it's almost gone.
What is it?
All the fun of the fair.
I'll go first. I thought
Go ahead.
Whiskey Fest was pretty. Honestly, it was an amazing experience. I thought there was way too many people there
was busy.
for what I wanted to kind of partake as far as.
I thought that I would have been mad if I paid for the VIP.
That's exactly what I was
Because
going
the
to go.
VIP was packed and they were out of about half of the whiskeys in
Really?
about 20 minutes.
The VIP
13
felt like
minutes.
all the doors were open already.
We
There
were
wasn't
going to do the
any
Balvenie,
separation.
the
Ton?
ton,
Ton.
and,
1509 ton?
yeah,
Gone.
it was gone in 13 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gone in 13
They
minutes.
only brought
They
one
bring
bottle.
one bottle.
Yeah.
Really?
Same
Yeah.
thing
Did
with
they
the
know how
the
Of course they
Lefroy's.
did.
Uh-oh.
Of course they did. It's not
Yeah,
the first
right.
time they've been
New
there.
subscriber. Doug Libby. Thanks,
Hi,
buddy.
Doug. Thank you. Hey,
That's
that's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's really cool.
So, but after the VIP, like it kind of cleared out, and
We got some
I actually had
Vinos.
a great time. I enjoyed talking to a lot of we made a lot of great contacts. We got to see a lot of people that we actually knew already, so that was kind of cool. If you know people and you give them the wink and the handshake, they got stuff behind the table if you're cool.
Had some of that Tullibardine 15 that's not been released yet.
Well, and that was the best part. So talking to the reps, we've had mixed experiences with Glenrothes.
Yeah.
Well, we talked to Glenrothes guys there, and they've blown up their line. Jura, we had problems with Jura.
Yeah.
They blew up their line. Glenrothes did the same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And,
So-
and the new bottlings
Are actually
have
pretty
potential.
good.
Yeah.
We've got. I've emailed everyone we talked to, and we are
Good
looking
Lord.
at a ton of guests. I mean, seriously, guys. I could probably name at least a dozen live shows with guests. Now, some are going to be repeats because they represent more than one distillery or whatnot. But we got 2019 is shaping up. I mean,
Yeah,
just as
we're gonna
far
be
as-
busy.
Right.
Somebody's gonna have to quit their job.
I was
Just saying.
Patron better pick up, boys. 'Cause
Yeah.
I have those.
Well, this guy's
Everybody
getting warmed
sign up.
up now, so he's going to start taking over some shows.
Right?
Awesome.
We were looking for an unpaid intern.
Scotch for Dummies
pay
is
enough.
learning.
You
Gonna
pay
learn
me
about
enough.
bourbon.
We
gonna
were
learn
hoping
about
for
bourbon.
somebody
pay
hotter,
me
but I
enough.
guess we'll take you.
Not a chance, Eric.
I'm trying to slim up a little for you guys.
Looking good though, man. I'll give you some of that.
Trying. trying.
So the Deanston shirt came from Andrew Rayburn. We saw him there. As part
Super
of
cool guy.
part of one of the things we've done is actually speaking of Patreon one more time. Is at least 2 series out now. There's going to be 3 or 4 more series of him sitting on the couch and they're
Right.
talking to him about Deanston, all kinds of stuff.
Bunnahabhain.
I think Travis
Because he
asked.
came all the way from Scotland to hang out on my couch in the basement.
Amen to that.
I think Travis asked earlier in the show about the octave, and that's on.
We opened that.
Up and
We
talked
opened
about
that,
that.
yeah.
So we'll get that to you, Travis. But we ran into Andrew while he was there, and when he was here, I said, "Hey, obviously I'm a big fan of Deanston.
Really?
Yeah,
You?
I don't know, right? Can I get some shirts?" He says, "I'll see you at Whiskey Fest," and so he didn't
hooked
forget.
him up.
He
did not
was in
forget.
his kilt and everything. He was all Scottish
yeah,
up, man.
man.
He looked good. And he was so excited when he saw us. He waved from over across.
He's just a super nice guy.
He is
Yeah.
a great guy.
Hopefully in
We'll have him
February
back.
we'll have something going on with
We're
him.
trying.
We'll
Yep.
see.
We'll see how this pans out. It's going to take some planning and a few things. A few of the stars are going to have to line up for us to do something with him.
I'm going to miss this bottle when it's gone.
But so anyway, Whiskey Fest. It was.
think you'll get
I
over it
honestly,
fairly quick.
once VIP ended, which was sad because there was a couple things that we wanted to try that we could. It cleared out and we had a good chance to talk to a lot of people. And there's a lot of good stuff we got coming down the line, guys.
Yeah.
I'm super stoked, very excited about who we talk to. We get done with Whiskey Fest, we bail out of there, we hook back up with KB and Bob because we all got split up at Whiskey Fest. And we talk KB. We go
Scotch
back
on
to
the Bayou's on now.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Everybody say hi, Lee.
Hi,
Lee.
Wow, that was high pitch.
I didn't go there.
That was him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good. We
What were you saying?
Wow.
Which one is this?
How you doing there?
hello.
How you doing?
We
Oh,
end
good.
up going back to KB's, and of course he's got a glass and he's ready. He's
Pour.
waiting. And the night before, he had been. So you guys get back up. He's been talking about wanting to take us to this one particular member club bar on top of some building in Manhattan.
Oh,
The
That's
night
fun.
before we were supposed to go, and he backed out for some reason. This, that, and the other.
he was tired.
So after Whiskey Fest, I'm like, "Hey, KB, we going to Peninsula or what?" And he's like, "I don't know." I'm like, "Well, you said last night." I'm like, "Come on, it's not like we come to New York all the time." He's like, "You're right." And so he gets back up, changes clothes. He's like, "Let's go." We go for a walk.
That was a cigar match.
We end up on I don't know what floor it is.
The top.
The top floor. There you go. You walk in, it's a little bitty bar.
Give me an eyeball.
Where
We're
the stairs
probably
go?
the youngest ones in the bar.
Yeah,
Besides the women.
Except for the
Besides
women.
and the difference is all the women that are sitting at tables
They're
are
getting
obviously
paid to
paid
sit
for.
there.
But we go
Yeah.
outside, so it's a little brisk, but they have one of those heaters on our table, right?
It was one of those
Mark
places where you're
Rainer's
like,
on
look at
too.
all these dudes hanging out with their daughters. Good for them.
I know. We have a glass of scotch, and we all stoke up a stogie, and we sat.
What a
and
great
That
end.
was so.
It was just.
perfect.
It was
Good
baller,
finish.
man. It was epic. It just made you feel good.
Although,
Got a great picture. They had a huge Christmas tree up there. We had an awesome picture. It is the perfect picture to wrap up what we did.
I've never been into a cigar bar, though, that didn't know how to cut a cigar.
Yeah, they didn't know how to cut a cigar, but
That's
whatever.
okay.
But it was a cool time.
So
We had
what
a
is
great
this? Oh,
time.
the peninsula. These are the sticks. Oh, nice. Cool.
Yeah, man, I got 2.
So we get done with that. Our flights aren't until 5 p.m. on Wednesday.
Yeah, so that's like
Plenty of time to
that's
drink
like
in the
6
morning.
hours. Oh.
Are you kidding me?
I'm just saying.
We got
So-
sent to the airport
Yeah,
with the
listen.
bottle.
So
Oh my God!
Listen,
While you're
I
waiting
think,
for your
I think I
flight.
have a picture.
While you're
Oh.
waiting for your flight.
I know we have a
No,
picture. of
no,
me.
we-
So
This
we're
is
gonna run out
really
of time,
fun.
guys.
We
We're Wednesday morning. KB has been adamant about going through his scotch and taking
That's
stuff.
only 10:30.
I mean, he's literally like pushing it on us. It's hard to take another guy's scotch. It's not something you feel comfortable doing. We end up leaving and packing bags, our suitcases with 24 bottles. I want to say. I don't know.
Well, we're gonna pull them out.
We're
in
gonna
a
go
second.
through them right now. We're gonna try to figure
I
this
don't know if
out.
you can show that or not.
So before we get into
Oh,
Hey,
Zach!
Zach! Zach!
Cheers.
wheelhouse as
Wheelhouse,
well.
yeah.
Nice.
Man, I'm telling you what.
As the car comes up, the car pulls up downstairs. What are
We
you
like the
drinking?
Bob Blair, man.
What are you
Bob Blair
drinking?
99.
Is that Bob
No.
Blair?
Oh, 02.
O2.
Is it
You're a
good?
Bob Blair fan,
I
aren't you?
think.
He's like, I think I am.
Let's pull some bottles out.
So, yeah, hang on. Drew wants me to show you this picture. I don't know if you can tell what
They
that
can
is.
see it. Yep.
Yeah.
So
it's a water bottle.
that's New York water. It's New York City water. It's actually OP21 that KB decided to fill up, so we had something to drink on our way to the
in the
airport.
car on the way to the airport.
it's not like you don't want you have to finish. You
Oh,
have
it was
ways to
You can't
fantastic.
throw out OP21.
I mean, it's fantastic Scotch,
It's ridiculous.
and it was like half a bottle. Yeah, so
Needless to say, guys, we had an amazing journey.
It was crazy.
really cool. I still think every night about everything we did. It was awesome. It was
So-
super fast
pull
paced.
this off.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
people. Good
Well,
memories.
don't drop.
This one was a.
That was a gift.
That was a gift from New York.
Oh, this came from New York. This came from KB's.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is
Bob threw
a
that in my bag the first day we got there.
So what are we doing, guys?
Glenlivet, age
Give some
25.
context to what's going on.
So
So this is stuff that we brought back from New York that KB gifted us, which is amazing stuff.
We don't know how we brought it back, but we brought it back.
Right.
And it all came
It
back
all
safe.
survived.
Because all we brought in the bags was
Amazing.
glassware.
They can scan it and they see it.
Oh yeah, they could see it.
So
But they didn't
check this
touch it.
out.
I
How
haven't
about
seen
the
half of this.
Alexander Murrah Bladnock 25?
man,
Portwood. What's this one?
Okay,
Cadenhead.
Deanston
Decent
18.
so that
Are you kidding?
unbelievable.
I'm
Royal Block
16.
I'll just go ahead and keep it back.
I'm excited about
I want
that
to try
one.
that one. That's gonna be fantastic.
Oh, hey, you ever seen one of those?
Yes, I have. That
Dean's
would
the
definitely
20.
go home.
Are we gonna have room on the bar?
No.
Bob said
This
that's
one-
where my Belvini 12 would win, double would win.
Sorry, I
Sorry
don't know what
about
you're
that,
talking about.
Bob. Appreciate it though. OP21 from Gordon and MacPhail.
Oh,
How badass is
We're gonna
that?
have to put that up against the
Amen.
the other one.
Yeah, I think that one up here.
Oh, the Arkansas and
Oh,
Toy.
hey, there's a couple bottles back there too,
what?
behind you.
Oh.
I didn't have room for all of it.
Oh, another Alexander
Oh, yeah.
Murray. Check it out.
There's
Dalmore
this.
15 from
Dalmore, 15-year-old. I can't wait to
Oh.
play this one.
So we're gonna marry this OP21 up against this OP21. There's a challenge.
front
With-
door.
Little Glenn
Shot-
Cadam. This
shot-
made
Yeah.
this
That's
made
Roy.
what's his
Roy.
Not Roy. Oh my God, what's his name? Ralphie.
Ralphie?
That's Glenn Cadam is one of his last
no,
2
but
years ago.
the guy that came to visit us at the IP.
Glenn going 20.
Who's the guy came to have dinner with us at IP
yeah.
that night? One of our subscribers.
Mike.
Mike.
Yeah.
His
What's
name's
his
Mike.
name?
I can't think of his screen name.
Goching
Goching.
or
This is his #1 bottle of the year.
Yep.
Gaching?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't drop stuff, please.
We've
Check
had
that
that
out.
one.
Glengarry
What is that?
Glengarry.
12.
That was
Oh.
Armor 16.
Oh, that's not the.
This one doesn't give me a
Abunad.
headache though.
That's not the Abunad.
I
Oh,
can
wait
do
a
that.
minute. I forgot one. Hang on a second. Is it? Do you guys know what that is?
Oh, I've seen this one before.
It's just a teapot.
It's a
man,
teapot
six.
gram
Number
from
6.
this year.
Oh my gosh.
Where's that come
And
from?
we can tell you it's good because we
We had
opened
some
another
at
one and already
KB's.
tried it. It was
Because
awesome.
KB opened up one at his place and it's really
I
good.
gotta take a picture of that.
What else we got?
So,
Yes, it is like clown cars. You're right. It's like a clown car.
No, we gotta wait for that. We gotta
All
run
right,
that
all right.
those down. What's all the samples?
Oh yeah.
talk
So all
about
the,
samples.
so what we did here. So after we were done with our flight, we essentially poured small bottles of each of the SMWS bottles to take home. So we got all the numbers and everything on them. So this is I
Yeah,
think
that's
one of everyone
smart.
except for
Hell yeah.
the
I'll smile.
time
Time
one.
well spent.
Time well spent. He
So-
wouldn't let us have any of that.
So we got a sample of all the SMWS bottles that we drank, except for time well spent.
Yep.
And why? Because KB
Was a
absolutely
big
Loves
fan.
in love of that bottle, and it's a good dram.
What else do I
I'll
have?
give him that. But
Well,
so I,
No,
I mean,
We got so much
it
stuff
was a
today.
challenge to bring this home through the airport.
but the beauty is check luggage counts. So.
But Southwest,
does.
2 free bags, Jack.
Dude,
You
that
can
was
make it
money.
happen.
Is Scotch for Geniuses on?
Not yet. I've been waiting for him. I haven't
Alright.
seen him.
So a lot of good stuff came here, but yes, we're gonna wait for him to
65 right
talk
now.
about a couple of other bottles.
Yep.
There's
So-
some interesting things we're gonna do with these, you guys. There's some matchups like these
Oh,
two.
that's a cool.
We're gonna talk. We're gonna do the
That's-
Teapot
this
6.
is
That's super exciting.
That is.
I can tell you, we've already opened this this Cadenhead right here.
KB is Santa Claus, Eric. You're right.
Absolutely
Yes.
love this.
Oh, KB is on.
As a matter of
There's
fact,
KB.
Is he
hola. KB,
Yeah,
look
bro.
at we're showing off what you
KB.
sent home with us.
Hold on, I gotta pour something.
I
If
got-
I'm
me
gonna,
too.
if I'm gonna toast it, dude.
Actually,
What do you got? What do you want?
Telex,
What do you
I
want?
Something
believe-
good.
I believe
How
you
about
went
this
home
one?
with something too. I'm not
Oh,
sure
don't
exactly
tempt me,
what you
brother.
went home with. I know you went home with
You
some
like the hooks
samples.
and handbags, don't
We
you?
went-
I think
we
you
only
went home with
have,
a bottle
you know,
or two.
Bottles here.
Yeah, that one's good.
Ooh, that's you're gonna kill
So
that.
why don't you type
Okay.
in here, tell us what you
What?
brought home, and tell us maybe on your show later on tonight
Yeah.
you can go over
His
your
experience.
thoughts on the experience on the whole weekend. I can tell you from just my perspective, from Mark, I loved having you there, dude. It was awesome. I'm so glad you made the trip. I know it was expensive to come up, but I hope it was worth it to you.
Dead soldier.
Dead soldier.
Oh.
It was really awesome hanging out and drinking
Where's the-
whiskey
where's
with
the
you.
bottle
Absolutely
of the
love your
cork
whiskey knowledge.
something
Cilantro
to
to
drink?
you, my friend.
Oh, got some stuff on the floor now. Too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, double
Johnny
dutch.
Walker Red.
Whiskey Scout sees a road trip on the horizon. My
Yes.
friend, you ever come up to Indiana, you stop, you've got a spot.
We got a
We'll
spot.
take good care of you.
There's a warm seat at this bar for
Ooh,
you
Pee-wee.
all the time.
Yes, that's a good bottle.
Bring the thunder.
So yeah, there's a lot of whiskey here.
Yeah.
We've never done an ink knock.
But guess what? We'll have the education. Steph's coming on the show to talk about this.
Yeah.
That's right. That was one of my contacts
Oh,
that we
we got a few.
Wheelhouse
Oh,
Whiskey
do
is
it.
I'm
Do
Scott
it.
for Geniuses.
We'll
You gotta quit change your damn
Nice.
name.
I
Dude,
like
are
it.
you
I like your
crazy?
name.
He changed
Well, he had
it.
to change his name so
He
We're all
could
whiskey
have it.
shenanigans.
you can be Whiskey Shenanigans.
He's not changing.
Should
it.
I?
It's up to
You're
you,
calling.
brother.
What are you opening?
So what are you opening? Why don't you hold out on that? So
Yeah,
anyway,
hold on,
Hold
hold
on a
on,
second.
hold on.
Look,
We-
Bob
we've
told me
shown-
to open it.
Okay,
no,
Bob
no.
told him.
It's
Come
okay.
on. No, Bob told him.
Bob told
glass.
nobody. Bob told nobody.
So KB, you're in the
Bob
house.
told me to take it home.
We've already went over the New
He didn't
York
take
trip.
it.
I hope you watched the montage that Drew put together.
'Cause
on
it was good.
Patron KB. But anyway, so this is everything that we brought from your place. I don't know how much of it was Bob's, if any, but we appreciate that, Bob. So now that you're on,
Thanks, Bob.
KB, we're gonna actually give a few other things. So hang on a second. There were more bottles that came from the trip. This came. Don't know what that is. It's not for us.
That is Angel's Envy Rye.
It's not ours.
Sweet.
So that's yours.
That's yours.
That came from
Aw.
KB.
KB
Hang on.
Rye.
Here, that's from
Awesome.
KB too. Bourbon Shenanigans. So we just had to wait till KB was on the show since he
KB?
sent you. The guy has
He likes
got a
to do-
huge heart. He likes to give whiskey. He likes to share
He's a
his
good
whiskey.
dude.
That one's from
That
KB
one's for you.
to you.
Are you me?
What is it?
Ball Blair
Aw.
90.
The bomb.
Come on.
Floor's yours, brother.
I don't deserve this.
Cheers.
Seriously.
Wheelhouse.
Wheelhouse.
KB.
KB,
Oh,
man.
I don't know what to.
Take that
I want to.
shit
I
home.
want to cuss.
Told you, KB.
I wanna
Told
cuss.
you. Told you.
But you said the S word. But
Do it. Who cares? Be comfortable.
are you talking? Are you?
That's for your bar.
There you go.
Hey, man.
That's not going
One
to
for
touch
your
this
house.
bar.
I followed instructions. We were to give that to you on the show while he was on.
Pretty awesome. What a great guy.
Cheers, KB.
Seriously,
Cheers,
I don't know what
man.
to say, man. Thank you, man. Thank
Yep.
you so much.
So that's
This is
not
the-
all the scotch
This
we
is,
ended up with.
This is the
No.
single
No.
bottle that converted him from bourbon.
Yep.
Yep.
He was definitely coming over here. kind of
Kabokin maybe,
slowly.
but then that,
Kabokin.
boom.
This one.
So I'm tickled pink that you're actually a Ball Blair fan. You're not just a 90 fan. You're like
All of them.
you're
Here's
like
a
you're
99,
in
here's
on
a
90.
2000.
Hey, man. Leave the man alone.
So
Show the
man,
bottle. They want to see the bottle. You got it?
Ball Blair 90, second edition.
there you go.
like heaven.
Like,
Thanks, man.
That one's all
Thank you
shenanigans
so
right
much.
there.
So then
Thank
I
you
got
so
a package
much.
in the mail at work.
What?
Down there.
Right? So
This one's empty. Too.
I was off yesterday, so I didn't actually get it yesterday. So I show up
I
this morning.
texted you. I'm like,
This
what
is
do we
it.
get?
Show up
What's
this
that?
morning. I've got all kinds
Well,
of
then
stuff
you get
going
the
on.
box.
And the chef rolls in. He's got this huge box. He's like, hey, man, I think you got more scotch. And I'm like, well, that's awesome, right?
What is
We're
it?
going to bust this thing open. So we got,
Seriously.
what?
What?
He's still stunned.
He's still
I'm
stunned.
Dude,
saying.
It's
Kidding me.
it's a bottle of good scotch and it's yours. man.
Congratulations.
I can't believe
Merry
this.
Christmas.
So
Thank you.
we ended up
Oh my gosh.
And this is fantastic.
with this bottle, a Christmas bottle.
It's empty.
Right?
I'm
That's why I'm
stoked.
stealing them.
This
I-
is new.
I'm
Hold-
excited
hold up a little
This is new.
because I haven't been able to.
Closer. There you go.
Glen Grant 18. So that's
So
What you got there?
this is a, huh? Nothing.
What?
That
That's a
dead
full
soldier?
pour. That's a full pour.
Oh, there wasn't enough to split it with somebody, right? Am I right?
That's
you
a
can't
Sean
split
pour.
that.
Your hand, you're like, there's not enough in there, right?
That's like a 2-finger pour.
You know what? I'm gonna go back to the keg heads then. Forget you.
So I had 2 bottles
That
delivered,
smells so
right?
good.
Two
So-
bottles
2 bottles
from
Scotch for Geniuses, aka Whiskey Shenanigans, aka Whiskey Wheelhouse, right?
Wheelhouse whiskey.
Wheelhouse Whiskey. So I'm excited about this one, and this is our Christmas bottle from him. And
Thank you.
very
Thank
much.
you.
Wheelhouse.
As you know, we love us some
Yeah.
Glen Grant.
Hey,
Oh,
man.
Glen Grant, baby.
Thank you so much. I mean, this is not the first
This
time you
is
said
this is the Scotch Whiskey of the Year 2017
Right.
from Whiskey
For my
Bible.
Bible.
I talked to the Glen Grant guy at the Whiskey Expo because they've changed their lineup, right? We're big fans of the 16,
Right.
but now they've done away with the 16. They're going with the 18, and
I'm excited to try it
It's a
because I
sexy
love the
bottle.
16. It is
Yeah.
a sexy
Oh,
bottle. It's a cool
but see,
box.
they even changed their bottle shape. They changed.
Yeah.
So Glen Grant went through a major. Now, why did they
Rare
do that?
edition.
Because I don't think they were struggling. I don't know.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a pretty box, man.
Oh, it's going to be a great, fun
Yeah.
review. It's going to
Yeah.
be a fun
So I'm
review,
excited
and
about
it's on
that
the
one.
horizon.
So then we got a second bottle
From him.
From him.
From the same guy.
So, but this one wasn't for us.
Yeah, this one was deemed for somebody else.
Oh, that's right.
Fucking kidding me.
Didn't come. It's not mine, man. That's yours.
That's not for us.
Looks like a bourbon to me.
Yeah.
Talk to us. You
Looks
know
like a
about it.
damn good bourbon.
I don't know.
Tom has it. I've never tried it.
Well then.
I've
What is
seen
it?
it.
Talk to us.
Joseph Magnus, straight bourbon, finished in sherry and cognac cask.
Ooh, that sounds good to me.
man.
Triple cast finish.
Up there.
Put it up there. Show it to the show it to the
Front and
camera.
center, brother.
Tom,
go.
I'm going to have to get some information from Tom. I'll talk to you probably tomorrow. Well, probably. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
And maybe you need to talk to Wheelhouse Whiskey
And Wheelhouse
get
Whiskey.
some information.
So-
/ whiskey shenanigans.
Wheelhouse!
Damn.
Absolutely love it, brother.
Merry Christmas.
So, I just want to say
I don't
thank
want
you
it.
to everybody. I mean, we put out our top 5. It's kind of our end of the year. It's all winding down. We literally can't do this without you guys. And the generosity that everybody has shown to us over the years has been phenomenal. It's overwhelming, right?
I am
and we
overwhelmed right now, yes.
From the people that just show up and comment and want to chat to people that are generous and
Give 'em the
contribute
whiskey.
money or whiskey or their time to help us out with stuff. We appreciate all of that.
Even just the education, the comments. Honestly, I mean, we've learned so much over the last 3.5 years, dude. And it's just been
You
so
need to,
fun.
man.
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes it does feel like work. You're like, oh my gosh, this is. I don't have time to keep up what I need to keep up with. But it's all worth it. And we're getting so much closer to so many people, whether they're
Yeah.
whiskey tubers or whether they're some of our subscribers, our patrons, or whatever. Things just are clicking, and it
We're
feels
blessed.
really good.
Now we
We
just
really
need
are.
to
Yeah.
get everybody on a bus and take everybody to Scotland, right?
Hell yeah.
That's
So
not
we're
a
working
joke,
on
you
that.
guys. I swear to God,
That's
we're
gonna
working
happen.
on that.
That's our.
I will say that the single coolest thing at Whiskey Fest was we were talking to an individual, and we were talking about getting a cask of whiskey, and this individual was like, "Oh yeah, we can totally do that."
Yep.
And we were like, "Wait, back up a tick." Like, wait,
Excuse me?
we
Bacon
can go
powder?
over and pick out a cask
Is
and
this
bring it back
possible?
here.
So
Yeah,
We,
no
we
problem.
may have a Scotch for Dummies.
Cask of whiskey.
I'm just saying, folks, if you've
Sometime.
ever thought about going to Scotland or if you've got a planned trip on the horizon, just hold out for a little bit and
Just a
just
little bit.
at least let us get a plan together.
You can go hang with us for a week.
KB's in.
KB's in. Oh yeah.
No,
Uh,
KB's already there waiting.
He's been waiting already. He's still
I
there
feel
right
like
now.
I'm gonna have to get insurance on my liver.
Okay, you need a doctor's note to go.
The last 2 weeks have actually been surreal. From the dinner to the trip to New York City. I mean, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I know you and I've had this talk. We got back from New York on Wednesday. We had a Christmas party on Saturday. I didn't touch a drop of alcohol.
Nope.
I had.
I
to
wasn't even
drive
sure I was
my
gonna
shit
drink at
at the
Christmas
party. I know.
We needed to try it.
And
Did
I was-
Sean tell you he stopped by my place? I was like, do you need a drink to walk home?
No.
He's like, no, absolutely not.
No.
I got to ring out.
Because it was
man.
a straight out week of drinking.
But who knows what's on the horizon? We do have a ton of things in 2019. I wish I could tell you the big one.
Robbie,
do have a
let's get the
Scotch.
sixes in.
We do have a Scotland trip. Not yet. We're working on it.
So we got 3 people that just said they're in for 1,000.
So maybe we gotta get serious about this and put some kind of page together
What
of
time
people
we thinking?
interested in.
So we got to pick a season.
I'll be honest
I'm
with
thinking
you.
August would
Well,
be the best time to go next year
If
we
we're
go.
going to tie in a cask with a bottling, that a lot of ways that some of these clubs and stuff do this is they pre-sell the bottles. They say, hey, we're going to get anywhere from 2 to 225 bottles, depending on the Angels, and we're going to sell them for over $60 a bottle or whatever it is. We need pre-sales to get cash up front to be able to lay down on the cask. I don't know. That's how it's done in bourbon country, but it's different because in bourbon country, you drive down to Kentucky, you pick your damn cask up, and you come home.
Bring the whole thing with you.
You ain't doing that. So we'll see.
Put him back in your pickup truck. Where you go?
I can see me rowing across the Atlantic.
Alan Ward's in.
Alan.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're on our way down to see him
We,
soon.
we may need to get a bigger cask.
Oh my gosh.
we may need a hogshead. We need a big one.
So I think that we will. Basically, what we're saying is we got a big 2019 coming.
We do.
Right?
We do.
We got all kinds of
We
stuff
do.
we're working on. We got a bunch of cool people that are going to be on the show. Not just us, actual cool people. Right?
Yep.
That's right.
And we've got a bunch of cool videos in the pipe already
Yeah.
that are ready to get released.
Not to mention a trip or two probably to the Chicagoland. We're going to go down to Bourbon Country. We're going to spend some time with Alan down there in Bourbon Country. I see a trip to Chicago to the Windy City for one of those
Whiskey
fests up
Fest,
there.
Yeah.
So, Tom, we'll come up in your neck of the woods, and if we're coming up there, we're going to knock Ben Dietrich's store down. We're going to see what's going on in the SMWS.
Yes.
It's going to be one of those types of trips. Who knows? Maybe we catch a Cubs game.
Yeah.
I do
There's
love going to a
an idea.
Cubs game, man.
How can you not?
All right, now that is a serious excuse to drink, right?
What?
Cubs game?
Cubs game?
Yeah. Here's the deal.
I gotta
I've never
tell
been to
buddy.
a Cubs game where I wasn't involved in some sort of
No.
drunken altercation.
Looking
Not
for the
necessarily my fault. I'm just saying, if you think that I drink on Thursdays, Cubs game, it's on.
Oh,
That's old style, man.
old style.
Old
We're going to
Wow.
get this going.
That
Drew,
is-
you're quiet.
I'm just taking it all
He's
in.
thinking about
I
a
watch all
Cubs
these guys
game, man.
saying, yes, let's go to Scotland. I'm in. I'm like,
Boiler
yeah,
up.
that sounds good. That sounds great. Oh my gosh.
We
People
got
are like,
60
yeah, I mean,
people
my wife
on.
likes to travel. I mean,
Everybody's laying down dates.
no.
Daniel, you missed a lot, man.
They're already planned it. We got to buy tickets as soon as we get off the live stream.
Honestly, I'm overloaded. We just got so much going on. Things have been great for us. Like I said earlier, we've been blessed.
having
We've got some really good
having a
people.
great time.
You mentioned it, Sean. You and I talked in New York. We were walking on the street in Times Square, and it was surreal. We were just talking, and you reached over to me. You're like, "This is crazy." We were just having a drink at our bar.
It's true.
Just having a drink in our bar, and look at us now. Look what we've become just by sharing our passion, enjoying stuff, and things have just worked out. And I think that's going to be that's our thing. That's our journey for us. Is we're going to keep evolving and being natural. This is what we are.
But I tell you what, sitting at a table with John Glazier, I mean, I was sitting next to John Glazier like he was sitting here, right?
Yes.
And
the owner,
The whole time we're
creator.
talking to him, I'm looking at Mark, Mark's looking at me, and we're like, how did this happen? Like,
I was a babbling idiot. I'm like, I can't believe I'm sitting here talking to this guy. I have no
See you,
business.
Dram, dude.
What I love talking to him about is he was so passionate about the whiskey and creating the whiskey.
Yeah.
Quite honestly, the marketing, he loves getting in contact with a marketing company that creates the bottles and all that, but he's about the whiskey. And well, I don't want to give too much away of the interview. We'll talk.
It's
in the
an
interview.
awesome interview.
But
He's
it's just,
sharp.
he's just so passionate about that. That's what he does. Yeah, he does these marketing tours and he does all that too. The whiskey is everything to him.
yeah.
I mean,
Actually, he didn't really loosen up until he figured out we were whiskey guys.
Yeah.
Right? Like, he
First,
was asking us
you can
questions.
tell if you
Yeah.
watch our interview, the first 5 minutes of the interview, he's
It was-
actually figuring out, are we okay or not?
Yeah.
yeah, it was tight. I could
And then we
feel
were
it.
okay.
He's playing us out.
And after we turned the cameras off, he's like,
Are we
Are
pouring
we gonna
whiskey
have
or
whiskey?
what?
Are we
Like,
gonna
we
pour
should
a
have a
drink or
drink.
what?
And we're like, hell yeah, because all the bottles that were sitting in front of us were unopened. We didn't want to open.
We didn't
You're
want to
like-
open them.
Well, yeah, you had an
Do I
unopened
touch
bottle
it?
of the Spaniard. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
Like
who the hell am I to
bespoke
just
bottle.
grab a bottle
I'm not
and
gonna
open it
peel
up?
a bespoke bottle open. I mean,
Right.
I mean, I thought about it. I'm not going to lie.
Are we
But-
allowed to open this?
right?
yeah, because
Somehow we were
This-
drinking.
In our bar,
Not
this
great.
doesn't stay closed.
No. But we do have 2 bottles we can't open right now.
Michael Porter, before I forget and we go off, I want to make sure we know we need to cross paths to get you your bottle of Highland Park and the glass from the dinner.
And is Leon too?
Lee is on.
Lee?
I texted her.
Okay.
We're square. we're gonna get your bottle sent
Just
down
because
to you.
I haven't seen you. This is the first time I've
Yeah,
seen you.
I didn't even know you had. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
so much has happened since last time I saw you.
Now
I
they're talking
know.
about coming back up and bringing Mark with her. So that
Oh,
they
yeah.
can
Bring
both come
Mark,
up.
man.
I mean, that's great, but I'd rather. I mean, not saying
quite
that I don't
also-
want them to come
I'll tell you
up here,
what.
but
Anytime you want to come up and watch a Saints game with my wife, you're always welcome.
I want to come down and do some catfishing.
I want to go
with
down there and watch a Saints game in the stadium.
Well, I
Well,
want to go see.
you
an
can go
LSU
with my
game.
wife. She's insisting. So
There you
I
go.
will be on one of the streets in the French Quarter
This is cool.
That
Eating
Lafitte's,
good.
that bottle.
Lafitte's
I wanna
blacksmith
try this.
shop.
Okay.
throwing down.
Can you
So-
open it?
We obviously have a lot of work to do. We've got a lot of reviews to do. We
It's
still
hard
have a
work.
backlog of reviews back there. Some samples back there. We got a lot of samples to do.
This
But-
is 2019.
Yeah,
Right.
There are enough bottles here to get us through half a year.
It really is. But what I want to say before we close out is when you look at this bar, what's in front of us right now, and that's what this community is about. It's what I mean. Honestly, Aquavite says it the best. What's he say?
Yeah.
It's not whiskey
Not
So
whiskey.
shared.
until it's shared. And
shared.
honestly,
And that's what's going to be going on.
the fact that so many people are willing to pour in samples out of their bottles that are hard to get, unicorn bottles, they pour samples out, or it's just, it gives everybody an opportunity to grow. And I mean, come on, dude, we had some Port Ellen last year.
Alan sent us.
Right.
That was just a
I can't
miracle.
believe
Where's that come from? I mean, when's the last time you went to your
I know,
mailbox?
but I still have
Port
dreams
Ellen,
about that one.
Right? You sure do, I know.
Oh
you
my
do.
Have you ever had a 15-year-old Dalmore independent cast
No.
strength?
No.
I had a 9-year-old though.
I
But-
know
And it was
did.
good.
It was fantastic. So, Dalmore haters out there, I understand. But when you have some of their cast strength stuff,
They make good juice.
man,
They
Different.
they don't play.
They make good juice.
yes, they do make some good juice.
Yeah.
Different world.
So as we're getting close to time, we've about 4 or 5 minutes left.
Well, guys, thanks
Scotch
for
in the news?
Thanks for tuning in. Scotch in the news.
Touching-
Yeah, you got 4 minutes. Hit it.
All right, so real quick, I was reading through articles today, and there was an article about the rise of people that are buying whiskeys for investment, not to drink, to invest in the whiskeys and hold them. And so there's specific insurance policies that are coming out now
Uh-huh.
to insure those whiskey collections. And so I mean it was kind of interesting. It was a short article, but you know it's one of those things that I mean it's kind of like fine wines. You know the things that can mess them up, the things that you have to do to keep them
Right.
You know in
Yeah,
an
I'm
investment
interested in
quality
try 'em all.
condition.
Right.
And so you're insuring those things against you know fire and breakage and you know all kinds of stuff. Because I mean you go out and you buy a $10 or $20 or $50,000 bottle of whiskey, and your kid drinks it, you know, at a teenage party, and you know, and you don't end up in jail for choking him to death, right? You're gonna need some kind of insurance to get that back.
Hey, there's Cocaine. He's the one that met us at the Irish pub.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
fun, man.
Cheers, man.
Especially you two.
Thank you so much
It was
for
good
coming.
to see you.
Gokin, I think.
I really appreciate
It's
your reviews
Gaelic.
and your comments that you
Thank you.
it's in depth. It's more than just a sentence comment.
Yeah.
Your top
Thanks, Tom.
5 was awesome. I appreciate it. I think this was actually on it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure there was a Glencadam or 2 on your top 5 if I remember right. But anyway, it's good to see him.
Heck yeah. No, it's. I'll tell you what. 2 weeks. It really felt like we hadn't done a live show for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It had been a long time.
It has been a long time.
So I appreciate everybody missing us and wanting to tune in tonight. It's good to see all of you
I
guys.
tried.
Wowzer.
You did a good
well,
job,
dude.
dude. You
Hey,
gave yourself some
first
credit.
step
You did
is
No,
great.
good.
you did.
bro.
You did very well.
Baby steps, you'll be there.
Anything else, you guys?
Yeah, I don't know. We're going to let this go to Telex. We're going to see what he's got to say.
What was he
Yeah, I
doing?
wanna-
He mentioned it right at the beginning. He's doing 2 Game of Thrones bottles. He's
Mm.
doing the Oban and
Yeah,
I don't remember the other
I
one.
don't remember either.
Well,
So
I
he's
can
doing
tell
some
you
Game of
guys
Thrones
before we get
bottles,
off, we've got all the Game of Thrones bottles. We've obviously produced one's out there, right?
two
Two-
will be
two,
two will be out by Monday.
2 is out coming Saturday.
One, yeah.
One
we've
Saturday,
got, well,
one
I'll-
Monday.
we'll
out.
tell you the Cardew is coming out Saturday.
Cardew's coming outside. Badass. I mean, just...
Drew is going next
Drew's
level.
taking-
I've I've
till
upped my
11.
editing game. I've got some new software.
So
I've
while the
definitely
Scotch is good, the video is better.
It's
No,
good
that-
quality, man.
But that's coming out on Saturday, and an extra sneak peek. The Dalwhinnie is coming out on Monday.
That's right. And then so you can expect that the rest of the whole series will
We're putting them all out.
They're going to crank out. Come on behind them.
And patrons will see them 3 to 5 days
Yeah,
before
they're,
that.
they're already seeing them right now.
Right. Patrons are seeing them early, obviously. And then on to follow that up, there's some stuff that definitely we want to get in the review cycle, whether it's these two
Or
matched up.
Guacla, or some
The
Dalmors.
teapot's got to go quick.
Yep.
Oh, thank you. That's awesome.
That Glen Grant 18's got to get out quick. So there's some things.
A couple of these ball
So
players.
the good news is that the samples that we brought back from KB, we don't have to review those. We did a flight of them. KB sent us so we could enjoy them.
Yeah, I want
And
to.
KB,
There's a couple I definitely want to enjoy. for
we're
sure.
just gonna pour them and enjoy them.
Yeah.
So I want to say a couple of things. One is thank you, KB, for
Bob.
sure. Bob,
Yes,
you were the
Bob.
man.
Your hospitality was amazing.
I want to
Yes.
thank Telex,
Catherine,
Lee for coming
thank
up,
you.
Eric
To you.
Wade for coming up to our dinner as well. Scotch for Geniuses,
for
whatever
Geniuses.
your name is now. Thank you for everything you've done.
Absolutely.
Wheelhouse Whiskey.
And honestly, everybody else that's watching and supporting us, thank you very much.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it.
Really, really appreciate it. Let's go check out Telex. Thanks, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you next week.
Cheers.
Heck yeah.